VanCam. This is VanCam you waited for.
Did you drink my Diet Pepsi, Steve? I will fuck you right up, man. Big time. The ting goes brrrr, bop, 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 bop. Skiddy bop, bop, bop. How are you doing, everybody? It's Kev Ashford here for another weekly edition of the ManUtd VanCam. Hey, it's gone. Hope everybody is well. Lots to get through this week. We've got all the usual segments. That means you've got your big VanCam debate. This week we're talking Bruno Fernandes. I can't believe there's actually Man United fans out there criticising Bruno Fernandes. There's some that even think that he's blocking the pathway of Paul Pogba and that Bruno should be dropped. So that's something we'll get into. Honestly, it's a head's gone. I do not understand that. The method or the thinking, the logic behind that, because there is no logic. It's absolute horseshit. But that's my opinion. Yours might be different. We'll also be doing CockStroker of the week. There's some absolute weapons out there. We'll also do best of the week, where we honour the best of social media and the posts that people put out there. We'll look at the ManUtd VanCam Fantasy Football League. And we will not end with your comments this week, so I'm really pushed for time, but we'll have a little general chit chat. I'll tell you what's going on in the world of Kev, and I've got an absolute corker of a FIFA goal to play to you. Yeah, I am going down that route, but you've got to see it to believe it. Otherwise, I would not post it. But on the Man United scene, since the last time I spoke to you, we beat West Brom at Old Trafford 1-0. Very uninspiring. I thought the fact that United went with two holding midfielders against West Brom when we knew they were going to play a flat-back bastard 5. What's all that about? Come on, Ollie, lad. You're not doing yourself any favours. We've been saying free Van der Beek. We cannot understand why the man has not been in the team. And then against Istanbul, fanny flaps, he plays, absolutely bossed the game. Van der Beek, one-touch football. He was brought up in the Ajax Academy, so he's got that up there. We've seen that great Ajax team that got to the semi-final of the Champions League, and the way, he wasn't even looking. It was very much Paul Scholes-esque. You know, that window wiper look, the way he looks left and right, and he knows before he even gets the ball where it's going to go. So against Istanbul, absolute fantastic performance individually from Van der Beek, considering he's not really had any game time. What I want to see now is that Solskjaer sticks with the same team. I want him to go into Southampton at the weekend looking at Van der Beek and thinking he's played himself into contention. But the other big one for me, Cavani. We've got a proper number 9 now. Yes, he is 58 years old, but he can hold the ball up. Martial is much better suited playing out on the left. You have Rashford out on the right. Cavani's our best number 9 at the club. It's not really saying much, but he's an experienced number 9. And against Istanbul, he's hold up play, bringing other players into play. Martial's not really capable of running that number 9. I prefer him out on the left, cutting in like Thierry Henry used to do. I think he's much more deadly at that. And scoring-wise, obviously Martial, he's struggling at the minute. So to get Cavani in there, he's a seasoned pro. He knows exactly how to play that role. Just his intelligence and the runs that he moves. He's not always running to make a move for the ball. You know, he might be making a move to bring a defender away. So a midfielder can run through. Kev knows this shit because I used to play the classic number 9 for the Fiddler's Green back in the early 2000s. I once scored 2 goals in a game consecutively, and it's never been done since in the South Manchester Publicity League. So there you go, there's a lesson for you. Yeah, anyway, I probably spoke enough shit. We're going to do all the usual shit this week. It will be a bit quicker than usual, but you might be thinking, that's great. It's Friday night. If you're watching it live, if you're in the live comments, then the finest of fair play to you. If you're liking what you see, you know, click the like button and all that, subscribe, do all that shit. You don't, I'm not arsed, but we'll just get straight into this week's show. We've got a big VanCam debate to do now, and I've already given it away. The poll will be on the Man United community page, yeah, on my page. You click into it on YouTube and you can vote. There are people out there that think Bruno Fernandes, there is not much to him apart from scoring penalties. You still have to put him in the back of the net, but for me, Fernandes joined Manchester United. We were a sinking ship. There's other players, top class players, that have come into United and hit the ground running. You know, the likes of Van Persie, Ruud van Nistelrooy and that, but they come into like really, really, really good teams. So it was easier for them to express their talents at Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes comes into a sinking ship and has done more for me in the last 18 months than Paul Pogba's done in 4 years. So I don't understand this thing of Pogba needs to be in ahead of Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes is our talisman at the minute. He's lifted the club and everybody looks to Bruno for things to happen. He's our Portuguese ManUtd. Yeah, just fuck that right up. Anyway, I think I've spoke too much shit. We're going to get into the first segment, so prepare yourself, get commenting, get doing all that stuff. Because without you, there's just no point of doing it. Let's do the Big VanCam debate. The Big VanCam Debate! Okay then, you shower of titlickers, this is the Big VanCam Debate. Now, the last time I did ManUtd VanCam, we were talking about the return of the prodigal son. No, not Fellaini, it was Ronaldo. All this shitty speculation that Ronaldo could finish his career at Man United and he'd be interested in a move and all this bollocks. We looked at the pros and cons. We know the pros are obviously the Glazers, the fact that he's financially marketable, one of the most famous footballers on the planet. Of course he is Cristiano bastard Ronaldo, that's what he is. So I threw the question out and I said, would you have Ronaldo back? I knew it was going to tug at the heartstrings. Of course it was. Sentimental. You think of the great times we had with this man in our team. He led it. We were a one-man team at one stage. Ronaldo was just that good. And I was gutted when he went to Real Madrid. But he did. He went and he conquered Real Madrid as well. It's the sign of an absolute superstar. And that's what he is, a world-class superstar. But last week's question, or last time around, whenever I last did ManUtd VanCam, I asked the question, would you have him back? 75% of the vote. So it's a landslide. But still, it means 25% have gone the other way. And there was no sitting on the fence, but 75% went with yes. 25% said no. Are you on crack? Alright, so on to this week's question. We're talking about the main man of the moment. It's Bruno Fernandes. Now, the reason I'm bringing this to ManUtd VanCam and my own channel, don't know what I'm pointing at there, I'm doing it purely because obviously you know I've returned to the United stand, and the Sunday night debates we've had, I was shocked, man, to discover that a lot of people that watch the United stand don't rate Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, so this is the debate that we got into, and I tried picking my bastard brains. I'm thinking, where does this come from? Bruno Fernandes, where would United be without Bruno Fernandes? We wouldn't be in the Champions League for starters. But then you sort of whittle it down to the Pogba fanboys, and it's because Bruno Fernandes is keeping Pogba out of the team. Bruno's doing his business, Pogba isn't. So this week's question is simply, would you drop Bruno for Pogba? Yeah? And I know a lot of you will be going, is this even a debate? But it is, because there are people out there that believe that Pogba should be in that team ahead of Bruno Fernandes. And for me, Bruno Fernandes has done more in the last, 18 months than what Paul Pogba has done in a United shirt for 4 years. We wouldn't be in the Champions League this season. We wouldn't have had that great end to the season. And where would we be this season? A lot of people are fannying about and throwing stats out and saying he only scores penalties. You still have to score them. And it's his all-round game. I think everybody has stood up in that Man United shirt since since Bruno Fernandes came along. Let me know your thoughts on this. The question, would you drop Bruno for Pogba? Yeah? Ask yourself the question. And there is certainly no sitting up on that fence. You sit up there, you're a shithouse. Nice one. Community tab, we've done that a bit earlier. Community tab of the ManUtd VanCam page. The question's there, you vote, and then next week I'll tell you what you had to say and a simple yes or a no. Here we go, I'm in, back in play. For Big VanCam Debate! Drop Bruno for Pogba. Well, that's the decision you have to make on this week's ManUtd Big VanCam Debate. Next, we're flying into a thing called CockStroker of the Week. There's loads of bellends out there. You work with them. You might be one yourself. Everybody goes through a stage of it. Even I was a bellend at one stage. But now I do ManUtd VanCam. I sit here, put videos out onto YouTube, and anyone around the world can watch me. So who's laughing now? Right, it's CockStroker of the Week. CockStroker of the Week. Well, that's the thing, Steve. I said, your armpits are so hairy it looks like you got Fellaini in a headlock. Punch me clean in the face, man. Fucking hurt as well. How are you doing, everybody? We are here for another segment of the show that is CockStroker of the Week. 4 nominations for this week. It's been a bit quiet on the old CockStroker front, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I've managed to compile a top 4, so running you down from 4 all the way to 1. Let's do this shit. Coming in at 4 this week. Now, there's a game out there, beautiful game called football, and women play it as well. I don't want to sound sexist here, so I know I'm digging a hole already, but you obviously know that there is women's football. Manchester United were playing Man City recently, and there was a series of events that sort of questioned the fact that footballers, women footballers, like, is it that Raboni, whatever she's called, the one with the pink and blonde hair, plays for the USA and all that, won the World Cup, that annoying fuckwit. Yeah, she's been banging on saying that women should have the same pay as the men. And I think surely the majority of us can agree that they are not on the same level yet. Will they ever be? I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't know. But for the fact of this passage of play, this comes in at number 4 this week. This is Man United against Man City. We've got a back pass, and it's just an awful series of events, innit? It really is. And it does beg the question, do you know what I mean? Should they really be paid the millions that the men are paid? Because the men entertain us. And somebody might find that entertaining. And some people could say, Kev, if we had Fellaini and Phil Jones at the back, that could have easily happened. It could have. But they should have never worn the red shirt of Man United. Number 3, it's a formal Arsenal player, Ian Wright. Ian Wright is absolutely fuming with Bruno Fernandes' penalty technique. In fact, he's gone as far as saying that it should be banned. He shouldn't be allowed to do it. Good luck with that one. There is nothing in the law that says that Bruno cannot come up, hop, skip and a jump and do all that shit like a gazelle that's being chased by a lion or ready to be pounced on. Bruno can do that. The stop start, yeah, you're not allowed to do that apparently in the rules or something, the FIFA manual. But I've not looked through it, and I know that what Bruno Fernandes is doing is just pissing people off because he keeps scoring them. Number 2 this week goes to ex-footballer Glenn Hoddle. Now he talks tactics. He's the football guru. He's an expert, of course he is. But thanks to Johnny Red on Twitter for putting it into his timeline, because it enabled me to see it, which means that I can deliver it to you. Glenn Hoddle said that Alex Telles, Man United's new signing, his career hasn't really taken off at Manchester United yet, which Johnny picked up on quite well, because at that point he'd only played 1 pecking game, and in that time he picked up coronavirus, which meant he had to self-isolate for 2 weeks. So give the lad a break, man. There's only room for 1 CockStroker of the Week, or is there? No, we've got 2 this week. It's these 2. It's Rance and Saeed, formerly of the United Stand, talking about Bruno Fernandes. I wonder where these agendas come from. This complete and utter horseshit. You'll get the gist of it. Watch the video. We are talking about Bruno Fernandes. Yeah? They're talking about Bruno Fernandes, and basically summing it up, he doesn't bring much to Manchester United except scoring penalties. I mean, what else does he do? Nothing.
Exactly.
If you send me a YouTube compilation of Bruno, I'll never see anything that wows me.
Yes.
There's nothing. Well, I'm going to see bare penalties, some corner assists, and some assists where he passed the ball 5 yards to Martial, who beat 3 players.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this guy do one thing his whole time at Man United where I thought, wow. The most impressive I've ever seen was the little dink that he done to Martial against City, just a quick thinking to lift it over the top.
Yeah.
But that's not special.
Yeah,
Like
but
literally,
yeah.
anyone can do that. If I mean, like,
Yeah. There we go. That is CockStroker of the week done and dusted. If you've got a nomination, we'll hang around to the end. I give out all the socials and you can just send it through to me and you get the accreditation. Thank you, please.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this guy do one thing his whole time at Man United where I thought, wow.
Nonsense. Never heard so much rubbish in my life.
CockStroker of the week. Okay, so we're flying through another edition of ManUtd VanCam. Next up, it's time for Best of the Week. This is a look out at everything, you know, the likes of Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all that nonsense, yeah. We see what's in there, the good stuff, and Kev puts it together. Last week, somebody said Best of the Week, not really digging it. I can't remember who it was, but I mean, if you've got a suggestion, throw it into the comment section. And Kev can deal with it and sort that shit out. But for the moment, it's Best of the Week. Okie dokie, it's time for Best of the Week. I can't remember the person last week who said he didn't like the name of Best of the Week, but again, if you've got a suggestion to change it, throw it into the comments section. I'll cast my beady eyes over it, and if it's decent, then we'll change it, yeah? Because it's your show. Yeah, of course it is. Number 5 Best of the Week come from the Facebook page, the old Facebook anyway. And we've seen a lot of these people working from home, obviously with all the shit that's going on. So people, you know, put out these pictures or whatever. But this one did get me. This is Wilson. He is now working from home. And it's a sheepdog. And he's looking at a picture, you know, screen. And there's all sheep on it. So yeah, he's working from home. Number 4 is also COVID related. This picture come from the toilets of a building site in Grimsby. Anybody that knows or lives in Grimsby will know that it's pretty much a shithole. Sorry for saying that, but anyway, this picture come up and it's to do with washing your hands, but they put a different spin on it. So it said, please wash your hands like you fingered a girl from Grimsby. Thank you. I never have anyway, just clear that one up now. Number 3 is a throwback. Somebody put out on Twitter a video. It's the Viva Ronaldo song. And why not? Let's cast our minds back to great times. And if there's one good reason, apart from him being absolutely shit at football, bringing Ronaldo back to United, it's that we inherit that song back. Viva Ronaldo. We'll always sing it on the terraces, but just check out this on the concourse. Absolute scenes. The scenes. Number 2, prepare yourself for this one. Here's the picture. Yeah, when I first seen it, I thought it was a set of fanny flaps. I can't believe I just said that. A composure? Yes. Anyway, it's not what you think. Obviously, if you thought that, then your mind works the same as Kev's, because when I first seen it. But then I read into it, it said, it's actually 4 oysters. I thought it was to promote the Spice Girls' new tour. I can hear you all saying, Kev, what could better the fanny flaps? The oysters, sorry, the oysters. I'll tell you what, it's an absolute corker. Best of the week. Mesut Ozil, the man that earns 350 grand to sit on his hairy hole, does nothing. What a life. Would love that job. Anyway, he tweeted out a bit of support for the Gunners. Of course he did. He said, let's go. Hashtag come on you Gunners. Hashtag you Gunners, yeah. Whatever the fuck that means. Anyway, Piers Morgan tweeted him. Reply, he said, I wish you would, Mesut, for your sake and Arsenal's. So we've got a bit of a low blow. But wait for the reply. Has someone hacked your phone, Piers? Woo! It's a low blow! Mesut Ozil, man! The guy's worth his 350 grand a week just for the splendid reply to our very own poster boy of CockStroker of the Week, Piers Morgan. He should have been CockStroker of the Week. Why have I put it in Best of the Week? Because I'm giving it to Mesut Özil. Quality piece of work, sunshine. Keep it up. Sit back, earn the 350k a week, and just keep tweeting absolute pearlers like that. Anyone that can shoot down Piers Morgan is a mighty man in my opinion. And that, my hairy-headed friends, is your another dose of Best of the Week. They weren't, Steve. They were oysters. Fuck. There you go with Best of the Week. Very quickly, we're going to look at the ManUtd VanCam Fantasy Football League. See how that's going.
And heaven knows I'm miserable now.
Should we just scrap this ManUtd VanCam Fantasy League or what? I'm like the kid out that used to be on the corner. It's my ball, I'm going home. I was actually him as well. Right, Bjorn Ollie Lundberg at the top on 595 points, pulling clear of Boo Symes. Dave Bastard Birtwhistle, third place, on the rise, 84 points for last week. What a return, fair play to him, sunshine. I'm only jealous because a lot of you will be thinking, where's Kev? Yeah, Kev's in 40th, fuck. But at the bottom, Marco Filer, 41 points for the week, 198 points in total. That is your dose. That's where we're up to this week. Kev really needs to pull his finger out, and I've got a right trick up my sleeve. I'm not going to show you though. There you go. There's the update for this week.
And heaven knows I'm miserable now.
All right, so this is the part of the show where I usually do. I don't know what that was then, man. It's the part of the show where I usually do your comments. Not going to do it this week, thought we'll just have a little chat and then I'll get off. I'm sure you're all busy and you've got things to do. One thing I would recommend any Oasis fan or ex-Oasis fan or whatever that knows Andy Bell, the ex-bass player, boom, ba-dum, boom, that was the bass being played, I would check out his latest song, which is called Love Comes in Waves. Absolute class. In fact, the minute this video finishes, type it in, have a beer, listen to it. If I told you it was the Stone Roses or the Charlatans or something, you wouldn't even bat an eyelid at it. You'd listen to it and think it is. But very psychedelic. There's a riff in it that gets you hooked in. Really good, really decent. And other news, obviously we're still in lockdown 2, we're nearly coming out of that, but in Manchester we're still going to be in tier 3, so it means absolutely bollocks. You can go and get your hair cut or something, which will be great, happy times. Moved into the new house, everything's more or less sorted, got the telly set up now, back on FIFA 21, bought that, not had much time to play it. Scored this absolute screamer with Bruno Fernandes.
Martial, and a good-looking ball. What a lovely strike! Lethal piece of finishing, drilled home with true conviction. Tremendous goal.
Well, we should have the replays lined up, angle after angle. You won't see a better goal than that all season. What a goal. Beautiful technique. It's a chances goal, but he took a chance in the back of the net.
Kev is on fire. Someone call the fire brigade. Yeah, what a goal that was. FIFA 21, like to play a bit of that now and again. But yeah, just a general chit chat to end the show, because a lot of the comments from the previous weeks, and you know what I mean, United have won a couple of games. We're looking to build on that. It is Southampton this weekend away. It's going to be a tough game, this one, on Sunday. I just hope that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's seen enough in Donny van der Beek. Us as supporters have seen it. We've been crying out for him to start. So please, just start him. Stop picking on him. Let him get out there and do his business. He needs to get this team absolutely spot on. One of my main criticisms of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's too much rotation, too much changing the team. Let's get a bit of rhythm, a bit of momentum, like we did towards the end of last season. Let's get a right good run going. And who knows, if we win that game in hand against Burnley, we can get the business done against Southampton. We are right up there near the top. So where are we? It's down here on the floor. For the boys at the weekend. Have a top one. Drink in moderation. I was going to say don't do anything that I wouldn't do, but there's absolutely nothing to do anyway. So just behave yourself, yeah? And don't be a tit. And for United, at the weekend, against the Saints. Come on, United! Whee!
Oh, VanCam, this guy is a legend, guys. You need to go watching VanCam, man.
Just want to have a quick shout out to ManUtd VanCam. If you don't subscribe to him, I would just tell you to go over and subscribe to him. Absolutely hilarious.
I said your love, keep on lifting me higher and higher. Thanks very much for watching the video. You can also follow me on these other social media platforms. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, plenty of fish. Oh yeah! Thanks to everybody who gets involved, comments, likes, shares, subscribes. Subscribing is the main thing. It costs you nothing, and why wouldn't you want to do it? This is ManUtd VanCam.